Welcome to another fabulous episode of NT Sheep's Digital Wonderlands. Welcome back, my little lambs. It's Tuesday, December 16th, 2025. The weekly reset has happened, and something very nice has come to the Atomic Shop. There's going to be a Fallout First free trial. This is something that can be very helpful for those of you who are running into weight and stash problems. If you go ahead and accept the free trial, you're going to gain access to all the special stash boxes that Fallout First members have. The scrap box, the ammo box, and the new first aid box. So this is something that can be really helpful. We're going to go ahead and go through the Atomic Shop and sit there and get all those items. And then we're going to hop into the game and show you how well this can work out for you. When you get the free trial for Fallout First, it does unlock certain things besides the stash boxes. One thing it won't unlock is the special daily item for Fallout First, but it will give you access to the bonuses for the daily challenges. You'll be able to complete those. It'll also give you the bonus of a free reroll each day. So for the whole week that you have the free trial active, you're going to have 2 free rerolls every day, and you're going to have access to the extra score that you get from completing the specific Fallout First challenge. Okay, so one of the first things I want to do is sit there and get to one of the places where the special stash boxes are going to be available. So I like to go to the White Springs Mall. That has pretty much everything all in one location. There's a couple other fast travel points that you can travel to where you'll have access to these boxes, though. The one thing that happened, though, as soon as I started recording this and got logged in, is a bounty hunt for a headhunt showed up. So since those are something that you really want to do, I went ahead and decided to go to that. It ended up turning into 30 minutes of bounty hunting almost, because there was a very large group of people that had stacks and stacks of wanted posters apparently, or had plenty of cash to keep buying them. So every single time a headhunt got finished, another one popped up about 30 seconds later. So what I'm going to do is edit the video, so I'll show you how to use the special stash boxes, and then the rest of the video is going to be all the different headhunts that I went through. Okay, so now that we're here at the mall, we can run to our special boxes. I'm going to go ahead and go to the ammo storage one first and start putting in all the ammo that I don't need. Now you can see on the right side that I've already got a lot of ammo that I stuffed in there last time, and I can pull that out for anything that I might need. I don't need a bunch of 50 caliber balls, so I'm going to get rid of some. I may put more than what I did in. I just dropped off 50 real quick. But the whole point here is to start stashing anything that I don't need. And one thing I've stocked up a lot of is my ultrasight rounds. You can see I've got a bunch of shotgun shells. And ignore any of that noise effect you hear in the background. And also another bounty hunt has popped up. So we're going to sit here and just kind of ignore that for the moment, because we need to get as much of this stuff in storage as possible to start reducing our weight. The nice thing about these storage boxes is they are a separate weight, and it does not affect you in any way. They are unlimited for what you can put in them. So we're going to get all of our scrap in. You can see we've been holding on to a bunch of those booster supply packages, and over here we've got aid storage. I don't have a whole lot to put into it at the moment, but you can see that I've been stocking up on quite a few things. A lot of this stuff that you see that I've already got in there, I put in from when I was doing and grinding out the Guardian before the update. I was doing raid after raid after raid, so I was getting a lot of stockpile of the different aid items for the drugs and stuff. Next, we're going to go over here to my stash, and we're going to start pulling out stuff that I have in it. You can see that I've got 96 pounds just of legendary modules. So pulling that out drops off a big thing. I've got a lot of ultrasight rounds that I don't need in there, so I'm going to pull those out to put those into the ammo storage. You can't store legendary mods in any of the storage things, so unfortunately those I have to keep, but luckily they don't weigh too much. My biggest weight problems have been my ammo, my legendary material. So those are definitely things that I'm going to be focusing on getting out. And once I do, that's going to clear out quite a bit from my stash. You can see we're down to 999. There's going to be some other stuff I can start clearing out for my stash later on. But we're going to go ahead and get these legendary modules popped in. And you can see I'm now down to 238 on my weight. This is definitely good for me because now I can start swapping out some of the perk cards for weight reduction and put in some other ones that are going to help my weapons. Like if I switch over to a heavy weapon, I can use things like Bulletstorm. There's no more headhunts going on. Let's take a look at the dailies and the weeklies. I had to go ahead and activate the booster sooner than I wanted because doing all the headhunts, I was starting to knock things out. There's a bunch of things on here that I can possibly get done definitely within 24 hours. You can see a headhunt has popped up, so we're going to go ahead and do that. The bright side to all these headhunts that kept popping up while I was trying to take care of the stash is that all the targets ended up being the final ones that I needed to complete the different group of bounty list. So I got all those challenges finally unlocked. Also, the server started getting a little bit weird, I think, because so many headhunts kept happening one after the other. I started seeing some lagging and weird stuff just start happening, so as much as I wanted to keep on going and keep on joining all these headhunts, I decided finally, I needed to go ahead and stop recording and stop playing so I could get the video out today. Otherwise, I probably would have been doing this all evening for the next several hours. But in the end, it was all good fun. And that's what we like to play the game for, isn't it? Fun. Okay, the special Fallout First daily challenges include collecting Nuka-Cola and drinking Nuka-Cola. Luckily for me, at the one camp that I have active, I've got the Nuka-Cola Collectron set up. So I should be able to go there and harvest anything that's in the Collectron, which will immediately take care of the collect Nuka-Cola, and then I just have to turn around and drink them. So that's going to be over 800 score right there. The rest of the daily challenges should be fairly simple. Harvest Firecracker Berry is something I'll definitely get because I need to go and get some more of Berry Mentats. I ran out of those. Festive Scorch is on the kill list, which means Holiday Scorch is here. So I'll be heading around to the different places for that. Keep an eye out for the Collision Course event. That's a good way of getting Festive Scorch. The Line in the Sand public event is also a good way. Taking a camera picture of a super mutant, that's easy. Those damn idiots are everywhere. Just go to Huntersville or West Tech. Always remember that for every headhunt, including the main target, they always have 2 support units with them that are going to be legendary and pretty tough to take out. I'm seeing a lot of people show up to these headhunts just going after the main one, and then they ignore the others. And Rust Raiders always seem to show up to these things, usually in power armor, and they can be tricky to take out. So make sure the area is clear before you decide to start looting bodies or going to do anything like scrapping the stuff that you have collected. Sometimes you're going to have to hunt for the enemies because they may get in weird places, but just remember, there's always going to be 3. Now, do remember, I mentioned at the beginning I was having to edit this, so my hunting is actually out of order. I already did a headhunt here, so all the regular enemies were pretty much cleared out. So that's why, as you see me loading in, there's nobody showing up for just the regular enemies that you would find here at the Chop Shop. I think just about every headhunt I did in the half hour I played for recording all this, every one of them at least twice was at a previous location that I had already done, so that made it a little bit simpler. This was actually my last headhunt, and where I decided to go ahead and just stop recording. I needed to cook some dinner. I needed to be able to set up time for editing. So now we're going to be going all the way back to what was technically my first headhunt of the evening. Okay, so here we are at what was technically my first headhunt for the evening. I'm going to be doing some more editing, so the rest of this video is fairly short. In between the headhunts, I was trying to scrap as much as I could, get stuff put in the storage, and more headhunts would keep popping up. So I got several more after this, and it was just about a half hour of chaotic fun playing the game. This ended up being one of those crazy headhunts where it was pretty much over as soon as it frickin' started after the flare finally got fired. Enemies showed up around me. I'm not sure where the White Horseman was, but he went down almost instantly. That's going to be bringing us to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you get to take advantage of the free Fallout First trial for the week that it's available. And thank you so much for watching, my little lambs. And I hope to see you again next time in the Digital Wonderlands.